Hello and thanks for joining me today. I am Haruna. With the recent changes to the RHCSA certification exam, that's for the RHCSA version 10. So the new objective, as you can see here on my screen, is manage software, and that is what I intend to cover. I will focus on Flatpak because there are videos already. I did make a video on YUM repositories, that's RPM packages, or installing or configuring YUM repositories. That's in part 6 of my RHCSA hands-on exam series, so you can watch that video for that. What's new is Flatpak. That's what we're going to focus on. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, turn on the notification. Let's get started. So let's go to my system here. It's a VM which is running on UTM. If you've been following for some time now, you know that that's what I use basically. My hypervisor is UTM. So I have a RHEL 10 server installed. This could be done on 9.6 as well, but well, since RHEL 10 is already out there, why not? So I have to confirm this. We can actually have a look at the terminal just to cut OS release, etc. OS release, and you would see that it's actually version 10, Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 10. That's what I have. Let me give you a bit of summary, I would say, on Flatpak. So Flatpak is a tool for managing applications and the runtimes they use. So in the Flatpak model, applications can be built and distributed independently of the host operating system. That's the host system they run on, and they are isolated from the host system, so sort of sandboxed, if you like, to some degree. And Flatpak can operate in system-wide or per user mode. So applications you launch with Flatpak have minimal access to the host system as well. So that protects the system installation, from third-party applications. Something else you should know, Flatpak provides, application stability. So regardless of the versions of libraries installed, and the applications are distributed from repositories that are known as remotes. So one of the tasks here, it's been we need to add remotes. So that's the term that's been used for to say this is the repository where the applications are gotten from. So Red Hat provides a remote with RHEL applications, but additionally you can have third-party remotes, like Flathub is a third-party remote, but we're going to add a RHEL remote as well. Type in. So first, install Flatpak. That's easy. If it's not pre-installed, that's on your RHEL 10 or say RHEL 9.6. It's just DNF install. So DNF install Flatpak. Flatpak, we don't want it to ask, -y, just yes. So it will try to update the subscription manager. As we have mentioned earlier, this is a RHEL system. I've registered it to the subscription manager, so nothing to do because I've got a Flatpak installed already. Next is that's 1.2 here. It says add Flatpak remote repository, and as I mentioned earlier, that's what the remotes that's repositories where applications, Flatpak applications can be found. So for this, we just do Flatpak. I am currently logged in as root. If I exit, the user Hadoga, if I didn't have sudo access, if I wasn't logging as root, then I would have to sudo So, but I just don't want to be typing sudo all the time. So okay, back here. So now let's say to add that repository, that's task 1.2, add that repository. So I would say Flatpak remote add. That's the syntax, remote add. But the condition here is if not exists. So then you specify the name of the repository is Flathub, and the URL of the repository. So HTTPS, that's provided already. So HTTPS flathub.org. You go to, you say repo flathub.flatpak repo.flatpak Flatpak repo. So let's just walk through this quickly. So Flatpak remote add, we want to add a new remote. If it doesn't exist, the name of the remote is Flathub, and this the URL of that remote. So that's it. Hit enter and we'll see. Yep, that's done. So 1.3 is to repeat the same thing, but this time for RHEL remote. As I mentioned earlier, there are remotes for RHEL provides remotes as well. That's repositories for applications and third parties. The first one we did is a third party repository. So the name of this one we want to add is RHEL. It's as simple as that. So HTTPS, since we've got the URL, so we'll say packs.redhat.io /rel/rel.flatpak repo. Of course, I know some of you might be saying, why don't you just copy and paste? So what's the problem? Flatpak, it says can't load file flatpak.redhat. No such file. Interesting. What did I miss? We must have missed something. Let me see. So if not exists, RHEL HTTPS flatpaks.redhat.io /rel.flatpak.repo. So what's the remote add? Yes, Flatpak remote add. If not exists, then RHEL HTTPS. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, is I'm sure you're already laughing at this. So HTTPS, yes, HTTPS, of course. So hit enter. Yeah, good. 1.3 says add RHEL. Okay, we just did that. And 1.4 is verify all configured Flatpak remotes. So it's easy to verify the remotes we already have. So it's just to say Flatpak. The command is just Flatpak remotes. That's all. This should list all the remotes for you. So you see we've added this remote, which is Flathub, and we've added RHEL. So remotes, I will keep repeating this every once in a while, just so you understand. It is just a repository. Repository is where you find applications for different systems. RHEL is just one of the systems that have been supported. So let's say so what's the next task? We have them listed already. So verify all. We have our remotes. So the task, let's take this up. Task 2 is install and remove Flatpak packages. So we want to search. This task says search for Firefox in Flatpak repositories. Okay, how do you search for a particular application? So let's say search is just Flatpak search. So Flatpak, we'll say Flatpak search. Let me clear. I think I can clear my screen now. We'll just say Flatpak search Firefox. So just the name Firefox. So it's going to search the repository. So of course, you're connected. You have to be connected to the internet, right? So it's going to find the name, what's the description, fast, private, and safe web browser. That's what Firefox is. Application ID. This is what we'll be using. It's important. You see that in a few seconds just now. Then the branch, of the repository is a stable branch, and then you can see this remotes. So you can either install using Flathub remote or RHEL remote. So, but we've configured, we've added both of these remotes. Actually, there are other things that have Firefox somewhere, or I don't know, Mozilla somewhere. But of course, from the description, you know what you're looking for. In our own case, we're looking for the browser. That's a Firefox browser. That's not installed on this RHEL system. And I think we can try to find Firefox, just so you don't think I am, so free. If I say Firefox, it's still asking us. This is us trying to. It's in the application. It's in the software. What do you call it? It's in the store, so it's not yet installed. But I can even click on this. You can see it's going to say install, but we are not going to install it here. We're going to do that via the terminal. That's Flatpak. Okay, so we've searched already, and take note of this. This is what we want actually, the application ID. I can copy it, but of course you can just remember org.mozilla.firefox. What's next? We've searched install Firefox from Flathub. You see it says from Flathub specifically. It could have said from RHEL. Or actually, you can install without specifying, but this is being specific. Install it from Flathub repository. So to install, it's just Flatpak, right? It's Flatpak install. Flatpak install. Then it says from Flathub repository, or Flathub remote, if you like. You specified. Then the ID I was telling you about, we install, you install using the application ID, so Firefox. So that's all. Hit enter. Do you want to install? Yes, I do. And it's going to ask you to say yes to the changes. It's changes, things that will change on your system, and you can see that happening live. So that's it. It's installing Firefox. Let's wait a bit. But well, what's the next task? We are so update. Okay, list all. Install Firefox. So this is we're on this right now. So we are installing Firefox, and then here it says list all installed Flatpak packages. Of course, we're installing just one, but yeah, it's going to complete. Mind you, not all applications will go through all this. Firefox, of course, is a web browser. It's got GUI, things like that, and it's done. So next task is to list all. So it's just to say Flatpak list. Then you specify. You say app. You see, this is the list. This is the first Flatpak application we have installed, and that's the only one we've got. So that's why we have only Firefox, and the application ID is there. So list, yes, update Firefox Flatpak to the latest version. So how do you update? Let's say you've installed, and there may be a new package, a new Firefox update has been released. It's just Flatpak update. But before we update, well, let's update then before we run. I wanted to run first, but let's update. So org.mozilla, the application ID, mind you, that's what we're using. org.mozilla.firefox. So if I hit enter, it's going to, there's nothing to do because we just installed that, so it's the latest version. So remove Firefox, but well, we have this task. I should have added launching. Let's just open in the app itself. So you can either run the app from terminal, or just if we go to our home GUI, that's our desktop now, we should have, yes, we should have Firefox, and we can, I would not start it from here, just so I can show you how to just, you know, run it from run it via the terminal. So it's just Flatpak run. So any application at all, just specify the application ID. Of course, this might be, you know, overwhelming, but it's just show you that it's possible to do that from here. So if I hit enter, you can see that's, yep, yeah, there we are. Now we have our browser. And actually, just for fun, should we try going to is it flathub.org? I think, yeah, flathub.org. But that's just tell you that our application has been installed. Yeah, flathub.org. That's where, you know, the applications are. This is the repository we are fetching our stuff from. I mean, we installed Mozilla Firefox from. And I think if you scroll down and go to setup, you can see different, you know, operating systems. Ours is RHEL, and you can go to RHEL and see instructions on, you know, how to install, how to add remotes for RHEL, or for, you know, Flathub, you know, and things like that. Anyways, we can close this browser now. That's it. Remove Firefox. So Firefox is the application. We want to remove it using Flatpak. So it's just Flatpak uninstall. So Flatpak uninstall, and we specify the application ID org.mozilla.firefox. That's the ID. That's the application ID we want to uninstall. You can use -y here as well, just so, you know, uninstall complete. So now, if we want to verify this, we can say Flatpak list app. You see, it's empty, unlike before where we did see Mozilla Firefox before we uninstalled it. So and then what's it? So finally here it says confirm Nginx is installed via RPM. Okay, yes, I think where is it? Remove Firefox. What I did, task 3 is supposed to be for RPMs, but of course I decided not to cover RPM for on this, you know, on this particular video. It clearly says it's just the ability to, you know, configure access to Flatpak repositories and install and remove Flatpak software packages, and that's what we have covered here. I did mention that this is RHEL 10. I have a video coming up that we're going to look at what's new in, you know, RHEL 10. Some of the features that are new, you know, compared to RHEL 9.6, and that will be, you know, released very soon. So thank you once again. Please do subscribe and turn on your notification. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.